Everybody, it's John here again, and I'm pretty excited today to open this guy up. I've got my first Mythic Legions figure. I've been wanting to pick one of these up for quite a while, and every time I try, something weird goes on. Like Big Bad Toy Store had a bunch of them, and every time I tried to go and order them, the site would go down, or they wouldn't be able to process my information, and then I'd give up and move on to something else, and then I never really got into the Kickstarter thing, so eventually I was able to get a hold of one, and I can't wait to look at it because I just looking at the packaging, it looks absolutely fantastic. This one is definitely one that you can tell they pull some of their Master Universe references from, because he's very Skeletor-ish, purples and blues, but the detail on here is fantastic from what I can see, and it's in a cool collector's package where you can open them up and put them back in if you need. And on the back there's some artwork with some of the other figures, and there is a very large amount of text here that I am not going to read, so if you would like to, you can pause and read that. Otherwise, give me a second here and we'll get this out. Of course, this is by the Four Horsemen. You can find them sometimes at the store, Four Horsemen, or like I said, I got this one from Big Bad Toy Store, and man, this detail on that skull is awesome. So give me a second here, and well, it's not really anything more than a blink of the camera for you guys, but we'll do a quick cut and take a look at it outside the package. Okay, hold on. Here we have him outside of his package, and he's pretty awesome looking right off the bat. They went with the name Keltuss for him, which is kind of cool. And he's having a hard time standing up right now just because it's extremely hot in here today, and with all the lights on and everything, he's a little softer than he should be. But let's start taking a closer look at this guy, because he's pretty awesome. If I can get a little bit more light down here onto his boot details. As you can see, they're in a cool little purple metallic painted job, and all those little details and ringlets and everything on there are pretty neat. And then we get up to his skeleton little legs that he has, and then he's got this loincloth piece with these other little bits of leather coming off of him, these little other metal pieces that are all painted. That's a fantastic detailed. I like how they're not all the same length. They look like they've gotten chewed on and cut off. And then we have his nice little belt that has the skull detail on it, and again more of that metallic silver paint on these little adornments. And then his chest piece is pretty nicely detailed. Little details in here in the black areas. He's got this collar, which is very soft, and pretty cool little piece itself. It has all these little dings and dents in it, showing that he's definitely had some battle. And then on his arms, he has some shoulder armor on, and you can see his skeleton arms. So much detail in these little gauntlets. These gauntlets are crazy. The Mythic Legions figures are definitely well sculpted and amazing. I'm very impressed with this. And of course we have a crazy amount of detail coming out of the skull here, with the cracks and the dings and everything. The blue paint with the kind of purple shadowing effect is very well done as well. There is a couple of spots where there's a little bit of paint missing, but you can't really pick that up. So overall, he's fantastically detailed. Just put him over here. Let's do a quick look at the articulation real quick. So he does, let's bring him back up. He does have his head on a ball joint, so he has up and down and left and right movement. His shoulders do go up and down, and you can move these pieces out of the way to get a little bit more movement, and they do go up and down and spin as well. He's got a single joint at his elbow, and he has wrist rotation and a hinge, which is a very nice touch. The joints are pretty tight, which is very good, and he swivels and has a little bit of crunch back and forward at his abdomen there. And then his legs, let's see, what do we got? Are also on hinges, and they do swing forward about so far and back, almost farther. Well, nope, it's just his belt. So you get a lot of movement out of his legs. His knees have, oh no, his knees peg into his boots. I guess that's so you can do some customizing. Which, again, as I said, the plastic's pretty soft, but there it is, the single peg and hinge in his knee. See if we can get this to pop back in here. There we go. That's something I'll have to pay attention to. Can we? I can't. Well, at the moment it might be the heat. I'll have to come back to that. And then there is a ball joint at his ankle that you can see in the boot, which is covered up pretty well with the design. So it gives you a nice rocker as well as being able to get some forward and backwards movement. Yeah, his head sculpt is fantastic. And then on top of all that, he comes with this awesome bag of goodies. And his main weapon is this sword that is all in purple, and then the hilt is in black. It's a nice solid piece. It's very large and well produced. And it looks like all of his hands can grip. There it goes. And we have one weapon. And then we're going to open up this extra bag of goodies here. Let's see what we have. Oh, it comes with all sorts of stuff. Definitely impressed. Man, now I wish I would have got two of these guys so I could do a couple different variations of them. Let's get all this stuff out of here. Oh. Okay, so we come with a purple dagger that matches his sword, a purple staff, which, oh no, I just lost. There it is. It looks like it should have something on the end of it, but it doesn't because it's right here. There it is. So we got this purple topper piece that goes onto here. And he has a staff. Does he have anywhere to put his knife? Oh, he does. I didn't notice that. There's a little spot right here. Little spot on his belt to slide the knife in. Very nice. That means if you want, you can have the sword and the staff in his hands. I'm not going to worry about that right now. But anyway, there's a lot of nice detail on the staff. It looks like something out of Elder Scrolls Oblivion. It's pretty cool. And then he has these shoulder pieces, which have a couple of pegs. Oh, they're labeled right and left, which is pretty nice of them to do. I'm going to assume that they peg into the holes in his back. As you can see, it looks like there is a plug there. So this must just plug into here. And then he's got this nice, huge, bulky shoulder armor on. That looks pretty nice. And then the other one will plug in as well. Just like that. Oh, that's cool. Oh, these things are awesome. Wow, look at that. He's all got his armor built up now. And then he also has two alternate head pieces. One fully armored helmet. And then the, as I said, definitely Skeletor-based head. Man, I'm probably going to have to get another one of these guys. Let's see, the head just pops over the entire neck joint came out. I wasn't expecting that, but the head pops out. And if you'll stay, might be easier to put this back in. And then put this head back on. There we go. And then you have your Mythic Legion's Skeletor-esque figure. Wow, that's a beautiful paint job on that. Wow, man, I don't even know. I like all the heads. Let's take this off. Let's look at the other one real quick. Oh man, now that that's in there, it's a hard fit. Sorry about that, I had to go off camera for a second. And let's put that back in. And then, let's see what this one looks like. Now it looks more of like just a kind of dark knight kind of guy. Still very cool. That's a really tight ball joint on here. It almost pulls the collar off. Man, I don't know which head I'm going to end up sticking with overall. Probably just the plain skull for now, and I might have to pick up another one of these guys so I can use the Skeletor head. Anyway, definitely a win from me with this figure. The Mythic Legions guys are fantastic, and that you can customize them. Everything is even better, and wow, they really put a lot into the little extras you got with this guy. Yeah, I'm going to be looking for getting some more of them. I hope they keep going with this line. I wish it wasn't so ridiculously expensive on the second marketplace, because if you don't manage to get them from their store or Big Bad Toy Store, and then some people want like $150 or more for these things, it's just ridiculous for a toy. It's, you know, no matter how much detail and paint they put on it, it's still molded plastic. But he is fabulous, so definitely if you can get a chance, pick yourself up one of these guys. And thanks for watching, and let me know if you collect any of these, which ones you have, and if you have this one, which head are you currently displaying it with? Because he can be battled armored Skeletor, or he can just be some random skeleton warrior. It's pretty cool how customizable it is. And anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye. I just want to say thank you one more time for checking out this video, and if you're interested in seeing any more, you can click either one of the links that will be over here, and if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, there will be a button down below where you can do that as well. And again, thank you.